Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I shape and file this pinky finger right here. I went ahead and, as you can see, I already shaped the other three now, so now I'm just gonna walk you through that. I use a 100 by 100 grit file to perfect the shape and really get that nice sharp coffin shape. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on like shaping this back to the shape that I had when I applied tips. And basically when I'm shaping, I don't want to shape like this because first of all I don't have enough stability to be able to actually get the right shape that I want. It's too wobbly. Another thing is that you're more likely to end up curving this part of the tip because you're not sturdy enough. So you want to make sure that you're either placing your finger here like this so that you are applying some form of stability and strength on one side of the nail so that when you're coming in with your file, you're not wobbling, it's not loose and all of that. You want to also make sure that you're constantly alternating the sides so that you don't overfile one side. So the same thing that I do on this side, I go ahead and I do on the opposite side. So I place my hands on the side of the nail, I put my file right up close to the nail and I file. If you're not very confident in going up and down, as a beginner, I would definitely suggest going in one direction until you get familiar with the file and not over filing and all of that. And once you have become more familiar with that, then you can possibly attempt to go in the seesaw motion. But as I said, as a beginner, I think it really helps perfecting your shape if you come in and just work on going in one direction, because in that way you're less likely to overfile the nail and you can concentrate on really getting that shape even from side to side. Another thing that you want to make sure is that you're not just filing the top, but you're filing underneath. This bit can be a bit tricky because when you're filing underneath, there's a tendency to put your file in here and this will create a notch inside the nail, which will probably make it break. Not probably, it will break. Do you get what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're getting under here as much as you can and making sure that your file is nice and straight. Once your file is straight, you'll be able to come in and make that sidewall nice and perfect. Another thing is to, once you've realized that you've got something perfect and straight, stop. Because 9 times out of 10, if you try to perfect something that's already perfect, that's when you're going to mess it up or, you know, make it worse when it was already okay in the first place. Does that make sense? So as I've realized that I've gotten this part straight, I'm now gonna stop. I'm not gonna continue going in here and think I can get it even more straight than what it is already, because that's probably where I'm going to mess it up and create that notch. So I'm happy with how straight this is. I like it. I'm gonna move on. And I'm gonna do the same on the opposite side. What this bit also does is it reduces the thickness. When you've applied the product, you would have bulked up some product here. So you're basically coming in with this file to remove the bulk product from underneath so that your client doesn't have extremely thick nails. See how it's nice and straight? I'm now gonna stop. I'm not gonna continue coming in and filing because that's when I'm just gonna absolutely take away all of the product that I've just applied there and make it too thin. Now I'm just going to perfect this shape a little bit more, just repeating the same steps that I just spoke about, and then I'm going to come in and do this tip bit. I like to hold my file this way. I know some people hold it like this, but personally I don't necessarily feel like I can get I can't see what I'm doing. I have to point the finger down to to see the tip of the nail. If I hold it up here, I can't quite see, and I feel like I just have less control over the nail file, which is why I prefer to hold it in the same direction as the tip basically, and do it that way instead. That's just my preference, but you can do it whichever way makes you feel comfortable. Now, if we come in and look at these tips, I'm going to try and bend it so you can look at it from the tips. Can you see how beautiful the C curve is on these nails? And the thickness, I did these tips with forms, so the form actually created this beautiful C curve. I just perfected it a little bit more with my hand drill. But if you look at this nail doesn't even have one. It's practically non-existent, and that's because the product, when I was applying it to the form, it's gotten like, it's basically, there's a lot of product here which is not allowing me to see that C curve, if that makes sense. So you will need to come in and basically redefine your C curve. So that's what I'm gonna do. I like to use this red ceramic fine drill bit to remove any bulk product that is sitting under that tip. Oh, my drill's a bit funky, I broke it, so I don't even know if it's gonna work for me. Okay. It doesn't look like my drill's working, guys. The drill said, F this shit, I'm out. Yeah, no. Nope, this drill does not want to work for me. So I guess we're not going to be able to redefine the C curve on this particular nail, because as you guys just heard, my drill is not even turning on. So we shall have to skip that step, but I'm now going to show you guys how I perfect this nail and get it looking like the rest. So first thing that I like to do is I like to debulk the nail so that when I go in with my hand file, I have a lot less to file. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go in with this carbine ceramic. I was going to call it a carbine ceramic bit. It is not, that is a lie. It is just a carbine bit. I got it from Amazon and I will leave it in the description box below. Oh my god, am I dumb? Am I dumb, bruv? I just realised that my drill ain't working. How can I think that I can use this bit, bruv? Like, it weren't working the first time. What made me think it's going to work right now? Like, shit, man, I don't learn. Okay. We're hand filing this now to perfection because Paris doesn't understand that her drill is not working right now. Okay, so guys, I'm so sorry for my sleepy brain, yeah, because it seems like I'm on crack right now. We are going to hand file this now to perfection. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start with is the cuticle area, yeah. And the first thing that I want to say, yeah, is when I am filing this nail, it is important to recognize that I am not holding my file in a straight position. I'm not filing flat. I'm filing at an angle. My file is curving. My wrist is curving. I am not just coming in with the file and doing this. That will completely flatten out any apex that you have created, and you don't want to do that. You want to use your filing process to define the shape that you have created, to expose the apex that you have created, not take it away and file it off completely. So you want to make sure that you're coming in. Well, this is how I like to do it. You can, there's loads of different ways on YouTube. This is just the way I learned. And I like to start with the cuticle area first. This will allow me to see what product needs to be taken off in comparison to what needs to stay. If I start at the tip and completely thin out the tip and then work my way up, I feel like I just don't have a good, I can't see how I've structured the nail and what parts I need to thin out. I might have thinned out the tip too much, and then I've now just got a really bulky apex area with a really thin tip, which is not what you want. You want the nail to be consistent throughout. Does that make sense? So I'm going to start with my cuticle area, and I'm just taking my file and I'm just going in, I'm just rotating it basically. I'm not going straight, I'm not coming in straight, I'm just rotating it across that cuticle area, and then I'm going to come down the side walls. This will really help to bring that shape in. If you have lost your shape during the application process, hand filing is a really good way to bring back that shape. Another thing that I'm doing with this file is I'm basically, I turn this now to the side, I'm basically making sure that I get them side walls tucked in. If I basically imagined that, like, let me push this, let me just rip this real quick. If I basically show you my finger and I imagine that this is the product here, what I'm basically doing is I'm taking the file and I'm blending that product into that side wall. So just imagine that this bit here is skin. I'm blending that into her skin, basically, kind of, not her skin, but you know what I mean, like into the side walls, not the skin, but you know what I'm saying. I'm blending it into them side walls to make sure that it's hugging her natural nail, so that the product isn't just sitting on there, but it's hugging. It's, do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep coming in like this. Do you notice how it's exposing that nice curvy application? Now, anything that I do on this side, I do the exact same thing on the opposite side. It is a little bit more difficult, I think, doing the opposite side, but got to get it done in it. So I'm just gonna come in like this, and I'm basically coming in with the same rotation but on the opposite side. So now I'm basically trying to rotate it into the side walls on this side, and I'm still leaving that apex exposed. I'm not filing it down, I'm not coming in like this, I'm coming in with some curve, okay? I'm curving. Now I'm going to focus on this tip. Now this tip is actually still quite thin, so I don't need to thin it out too much because I did the application quite well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my file, and again, I'm not going to come flat like down like this and come in and filing like that. That will completely flatten out my nail, and it will also flatten out. You see how the nail, if I turn this nail to the side and we've got this nice curve going over like this, if I come in with my file like this, I'm going to completely take out that curve and it's not going to be there anymore. So I'm going to use my file at an angle, just like this. So I got to basically, and I'm kind of using it at a diagonal almost. And what this is going to do is it's going to evenly take off the product from my side walls, which is going to leave me with a nice, really on point shape. It's also going to thin out my tip, which is what I want, because you don't want a tip that's too thick, but at the same time you don't want a nail that's too thin, especially for this length of nail. Longer nails will need a thicker tip to be able to support the length of nail that you are wearing, so you have to bear that in mind. You can't completely file it off till it's really thin if it's a really long nail. You need some strength there. So I'm gonna come in like this. Again, you notice how I'm curving. I'm just constantly curving this now. Now, because I didn't get to go in with my with my drill to remove the bulk, I think I am gonna be here a little bit longer than I probably was with these other 3 nails, because I'm hand filing this nail to perfection. So I don't have the drill that's taking off half of that process by debulking the nail. So I'm gonna have to debulk the nail, shape it, all of that with my hand file. So give me a minute. But all the steps that I just shown you is all that I'm doing. Now that's all that I'm doing now. So I'm just coming in with my file and I'm going around the cuticle area, and then I come in, reduce the bulk by the side walls, the tip, I perfect the shape, and then I also come up and down, which gives you a nice flush nail. Now this tip is still looking a bit bulky around that cuticle area. If I'm not happy with this application, or I think, oh, I'm nearly finished, what I do is I look at the other nails and I compare this application to the others, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, this nail's still a little bit on the thicker side in comparison to these 3. So I'm going to debulk this nail a little bit more so that it could look the same as the other 3. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to be working on, because I don't want this nail to be really nice and slender and then the tip nail be really thick. You know, if this is nice and slender, this needs to be nice and slender, this needs to be nice and slender, and so does this, so that the nails can have some form of unity and look the same. You know, you don't want to have, you know, two thick nails and 2 thin nails. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm debulking that nail, trying to make it look like the same as the others. And even though this is a practice hand, I won't stop until I am happy with the work that I am producing, regardless of whether it's a practice hand or not. I will sit here and work on this practice hand like it is a paid client. just seen that. Okay, well, it lasted, what, 3 weeks? So I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. 3 weeks, and this has only just happened now. I'm not mad. Okay, that happens regularly, but I think you guys can actually see the nail a bit better when it's off the thing. So you can see that it's, let me move this out of the way, move out of the way. So you can see that it's nice and thin up here. I think I could swoop down a bit more. I don't think it's swooping enough. It could swoop a bit more, right? I mean, it's there, but I feel like it could do more. I could do more with that, especially with the length of nail that I'm working with. I think it could have had a bit more of a height. What do you guys think in the let me know in the comments. Like, I don't know, like, I'm a beginner. I've learned everything I know from YouTube, so I've never gone to school in my life. So I'm literally just YouTube and, you know, whatever other people who've helped me along the way. But YouTube is literally been the person that has taught me, or the people, should I say, multiple different people have taught me. So, you know, but I've never gone to school, so sometimes I don't really know if I'm going in the right direction. I constantly have to go to YouTube or to other nail techs and their pages and their professions and say, oh, okay, well, my nail looks like this, so maybe I must be going in the right direction. And I think as a self-taught nail tech, it's really hard to be your own teacher and to tell yourself whether you're going in the right direction or not, because there's no one to tell you that. You have to tell yourself that. So, you know, I think I'm going in the right direction. I think I am. I mean, I see my nails improving and they're looking a lot better than what they used to. They're lasting a lot longer. Like this set that I have on under these gloves, I've had them on for 2 weeks now, and my nails never used to last like 2 days. So 2 weeks, oh god, girl, that's a huge improvement for me. I know you can't see them, I'm both flexing them like you can see, but but yeah. But yeah. So I'm just going in and I'm doing exactly what I was doing before, really trying to perfect that shape. I'm not applying too much pressure as well. This is probably why I'm not taking off that much product. If I was applying a lot more pressure, then you would see me taking off more product, but I'm not applying that much pressure. I'm going very, very soft. I'm letting the file do all the work. I don't need to be pressing really, really hard or applying loads and loads of pressure, because I think that that's how I'm gonna perfect the nail. This file will do it for me. So I'm just telling it where to go, basically. That's all I'm doing. I'm telling the file, okay, cool, I want you to reduce these sidewalls, then I want you to reduce these sidewalls, then I want it to come in at this cuticle area, and I'm just telling it where to go. The rest of the file's doing the rest of the work. Okay, but I think I should stop, because now this is how I get to over filing the nail, because I do too much. So I think I should stop. That nail looks like it's swooping down a bit. Oh, there we go. That doesn't look right. I don't like the way that's swooping down. Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay, not bad, not bad. Still got some work to do, guys. I got some work to do, but we've come a long way. Okay, I think I'm ready to pop that back on. I'm just gonna perfect that shape a little bit. Yeah. Oh, we're ready to put that back up on. Okay, that is looking real cute. I like that a lot. Oh, for God's sake, I did it again. Okay, so now I'm gonna examine these nails. Now this is exactly what I do with this practice hand, and I would do the same with a client. Once I finish the application, I sit here and I stare at the nails to see if there's anything that I missed. And I think this one could do with a little bit more shaping at the tip here. This one. I think that one's okay, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Let's go here. I feel like this tip still looks a bit thick. Okay. That looks nice. I really like this one. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I love it. Okay. Okay. That is how it's looking with the pinky. I feel like that pinky, I did it the best. Like, I feel like I may have overfiled a little bit around the cuticle area on the other three nails. I'm still working on that. I think I get a little bit excited with my hand file and I just go in and I hand file all the product off. So still working on that, but I think that pinky, I really like how it turned out. I'm loving it. I don't know what design I want to do on this set. But I don't think I'm gonna film that, but I could show you guys it at the end anyways, even though I'm not filming it. And yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. That is my filing. Now I'm just going to quickly buff the nails because I kind of forgot, almost. I like to buff the nails with cuticle oil because I feel like it gives a nice matte finish. So that's just what I'm applying to the nails. I'm just applying some cuticle oil. Once I am done buffing the nails, I like to go in with a microfiber glass cloth and just really rub off that oil. And this is how the nails are looking after I have finished filing and buffing and all of that good stuff. I absolutely love this application, guys. It is so freaking good. Like, oh, I love it so much. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and if you have any other more suggestions of videos that you would like to see on my channel, then please let me know in the comment section down below. Like, comment and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I hope to see you in my next one, girl. Peace.